Right, well, there are a couple of transfer rumours going on around at the moment, and I'm going to give you a taste of both of them. Now, you may have seen these on my Instagram or my Twitter as links to the article, but if you're not following me on there, on Twitter or on Instagram, don't forget to follow me along, Palace to the Core on there. I'm also on Facebook as well, so follow me along and support me on there. That would be fantastic. And also, while you're at it, if you're watching this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications as well, because every single person that supports the channel gets my undying gratitude. So first of all, we have a one which I think is probably a little bit of a long shot, but this is Matias Soule, who is he's currently under contract with Juventus, but he's been playing on loan this season, and he's 20 years old. He's not done too badly at all. He's scored 6 times and 1 assist from 13 appearances for Frosinone, and so he's not a bad player. He's 20 years old, so he's he's looking a decent age to come into the Premier League and stuff like that. However, now this was something that there was a rumour going around that Juventus might be looking to offload him, and that there were Premier League clubs involved, not just Crystal Palace, but also teams like Newcastle, as you would expect. And so that was what I tweeted earlier on today. However, Fabrizio Romano has since said that the club chairman of Juventus has come out and said that the rumours that he's going to be going in January aren't true, and that he's currently on loan and he's going to stay on loan until the end of the season. So it might not be that he moves on until the end of the season rather than the January transfer window. The amount they're actually touting for him is something like 35 million euros, is apparently what Crystal Palace are prepared to offer for him. Now that's a lot of money, and I know that Steve Parish was saying that he ideally wants to get loan players rather than actually buying someone in the January transfer window. So it doesn't necessarily weigh up with that, but it's a possibility. Let me know what you think about him down in the comment section. The other one is George Nevett. Now he's currently playing for Rochdale, and he's not a bad player either. He's a centre back. However, this is one that I'm thinking is probably not going to happen. Well, if it does happen, it's not going to be for the first team, because he's 17 years old. So even if we do buy him, he's not going to be coming into the first team. He's going to be one of those players that's going to go into the youth system, which is fine. But I think at the moment, certainly in January transfer window, we need to be concentrating on our first team setup rather than the youth team setup at the moment. We want players who can come in, hit the ground running, and have proven record at some higher league than Rochdale. No offense to Rochdale, but we want players with the experience and the knowledge to come in and hit the ground running. So of those two, I would say that Nevitt is probably the one I would not necessarily want us to go for, and just not in the January transfer window. But we'll have to wait and see on that. There was also something which I talked about on Twitter, which was Gallagher. Conor Gallagher, he is apparently also looking, or not looking, Chelsea are looking to offload him, because they want to raise funds for more players. So it could be that he is sent out in January to be sold. Now I think this is something, I did talk about this, and I had a few comments come in on here saying that they don't think he's going to go, and if he does go, he's going to be too expensive for us. I have to agree with that. I don't think he's going to come to Crystal Palace. I think that sometimes it's not always a good thing to come back to a club you were at before. I know it's worked well in the past, Zaha being one example, but sometimes when they come back, it's not quite the same. And I would also think that if he would probably want to stay at Chelsea. He's had quite a few appearances this season, so I think he's probably going to want to try and hang on to Chelsea for as long as he can, and then see where it goes from there. I mean, he's worn the captain's armband a couple of times this season as well, so for his future is looking quite good at Chelsea, at least at the moment. And he loves Chelsea, so I don't see any reason why he would want to leave, unless of course Chelsea just try and sell him with even though he doesn't really want to go, they might just try and sell him to raise some funds. So let me know what you think about those three particular things, and let me know down in the comments what you think. If you're listening to us on the podcast, then well, there are some podcast apps that allow you to comment. So if you do have one of those, such as Good Pods, I know that on Good Pods you can comment, then do that as well, and let me know what you think about the whole situation, and I will speak to you next time.